This video is part 2 of the tutorial for PaintIt, an app that lets the user choose a color, then draw on a canvas. In this part, we'll look at the first part of being able to draw, making the canvas draw a dot when the user taps it with one finger. We're all done setting up all of our components in the designer, so we'll switch over to blocks for this. Let's just start by looking at the canvas blocks. There are a lot of them. Wow! You might notice that there are lots and lots of yellow blocks, and that they all have these orange boxes on them. We'll learn about some of those soon. You'll also see a lot of purple blocks, way more than most of our other components had. And you'll see that the canvas has many properties we can change with the green blocks. It even has one called paint color. We'll need to come back to that later. For now, we are going to choose this block that says when the canvas is touched. Grab that one and set it in the middle of your screen. You'll notice that it has some orange boxes on it, and that if you hover your mouse, just set it down and don't click on one of those boxes, you get orange blocks that look a lot like the ones we used when we made a variable. So now we've said when the canvas is touched, and what we want it to do is to draw a dot. A dot is a small circle, so we will look for the canvas block that says draw a circle. Grab that purple block and snap it into when the canvas is touched. Wow, this block is asking us for a lot of information, but it is not too hard to understand. To be able to draw a circle, this block needs us to tell it where the middle of the circle should be. It is asking for an X and a Y coordinate. To you, it probably seems obvious that we want to draw the circle where the canvas was touched. If someone tapped here, we do not want to draw the dot here. We want to draw it here, where they touched. But the computer does not know that. Computers only know what you tell them. So how do we know what the X and Y coordinate are where the person touched the canvas? They will come from here. This gold block uses the orange boxes to tell you more information. So when the canvas is touched, this block that says get X will tell you the X coordinate of where it was touched, and this block that says get Y will tell you the Y coordinate of where it was touched. If that sounds a little bit confusing, that's okay. Try this with me. Hover your mouse over the X. Don't click, just set your mouse down. Then when you see these blocks appear, click and drag the one that says Get X and put it next to Center X. Then do the same thing with Y. Hover your mouse, click Get Y, and put it in for Center Y. Now we are saying draw a circle in the same place that the canvas was touched. The X and the Y are like variables that are built into the canvas. You did not have to make them, but they work the same way as the variables that you make. If that is still confusing, try talking to a neighbor or asking a teacher for help. If you think you understand, then let's go on. Radius. You might remember from math class, is the measurement across half of a circle, like this. So the number we choose for radius controls how big the circle will be. We are just trying to draw small dots, so we should put in a small number. To get a number block, click Math, then choose the top one, and then type in a number. You want a number bigger than 0, because a circle with a radius that is 0 is invisible. But you don't want a very big number, so try maybe 3 or 4 or 5. Then this last part is asking you if you want your circle to be filled in. Should it be just the outside of a circle like this, or should it be all colored in? It already says true to make the circle colored in. Filled is true, but you can change it to false if you want to. These two blocks need to be exactly what I have. These two blocks can be the same or different. It is your app, and it is your choice. When you have this finished, test your app. Make sure that you can touch the canvas to draw a dot, and that you see the dot where you touched the canvas. It will not be in a color yet, because we have not programmed the color buttons. Right now we are just testing the dots. If yours works, then go on to the next part, drawing a line. If it does not work, then check your code carefully, ask a neighbor for help, or talk to a teacher.